Go ahead.
Man, you got no intros?
No, we ain't got no.
Welcome to Cloth Talk, episode 3.
Oh, mama.
We're missing a few people, but you feel me?
Oh, mama. Hey, we should damn near get like a video, like a song or something put in the beginning.
But it's like the Breakfast Club, we keep rolling.
Oh, mama. Yeah, shit. First we gonna say like talk about what's our most successful drop to date. Like the most successful, I ain't gonna lie. My most successful one for real was the one I just did in December. Had 100. I was damn near sold out in like 3 weeks type shit. Like,
Yo, yellow joint?
nah, the yellow ones them sold out in like 3.
Oh, yo, black and red.
Black and red, gray. That shit sold, bro. I swear to God, I sold like 80 in like 3 weeks.
Ain't that the first one you ever came out with?
The first year restart. The first one I came out
with.
Yeah, the first one I did. That's a restart. So the first one I did sold out in 6 days. And this one, if it keep going how it's going, I sold out by the end of the week.
How you was promoting it though?
I mean, I just was posting it like on Twitter and Instagram. Like I'm gonna just drop this restart. Like I post like y'all seen. I posted like a picture on the story like this restart coming or this it's coming. And on Twitter I just say it hella times. And then what I did. When I was gonna drop it, I made a video. That's when I started to do make more videos. People like they watch it, they don't really pay attention to pictures, they watch the video.
Yeah.
Cause my video, for my sweatsuit, it had 10K views.
People got short. Our generation, I ain't gonna say people. Our generation got a short attention span, so it's like that video that shit work.
Yeah, so the video I did, it had 10K views. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just keep rolling with that. So every time I'm gonna drop a video. So I did that. It came out, and then like. I tell you, my phone blowing up, and my DM blowing up. Let me get that. Like, you feel me? Like I said, like, if it's going how it's going, I'll be sorted out by the end of the week. Like, I'm out. But, I mean, ain't no guarantees in this shit, you know. You feel me? Like I said, it's some days I ain't sold shit.
Nah, if you can move 100 down there, that's successful.
Nah, mama, no, it's not. It's like this the second. This will be the second. If I sell out this one, this will be the second time I done sold a 100.
I ain't gonna hold you. You can move 100. You moving for real. You moving for real.
Yeah, with 100.
Sure.
My most successful shit. That shit hard to say, I ain't gonna lie, cause when I be in a groove of things, like as soon as I usually make what I spent like on the first day. Not even like on no flex shit. That's just how I used to be. Like,
That's
so
nice.
my thing is like 2018. I was really growing. I feel like everybody could like say they had like a time where. You have to kind of rebuild your shit somewhat, or just you feel me? The way God was moving your shit, you had to just take your time. So that's what I've been on recently. But when I was in a groove, I was breaking even in the day, and I go spend the money, and I go re-up. I wasn't worried about, you feel me, the profits and shit. Like, it just come and it said I just keep doing it. So, but as far as what went the fastest, I say like we were just talking about the pink and black things, because it was like not specifically for women, but. The woman ate them up, and it's like, man, that shit sold out in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's why I'm gonna do some pink joint just for that reason.
it's like when you dedicate,
just for that reason.
When you dedicate a drop to the women's,
They
you
know, but the thing is, you know, mama, the thing is though, like, I'm gonna judge drop for women, but I'm not doing 100 for the females. I'm gonna do it like, I told her I'm only doing 30.
yeah, you ain't got to tell them the number.
Nah, I ain't telling them, but like, I told her
it's
limited.
limited. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't telling the number, I'm telling y'all, like, it's limited. You feel me? And then like it ain't coming out by itself either. You gotta like, cause I had noticed like I take a lot of my business, like take this from like Balmain, from FBCC, or like I take that. So like some of them, they'll make you buy something to get what you actually want. So like with the pink, I'm finna drop the pink, but it's coming out with these. You gotta buy one of these to actually be able to get the pink.
So for the access,
yes.
Scandalous.
Otherwise, right?
He get too easy. What you talking about?
Yeah, right.
What is shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, oh, my shit going. Shit. I don't. It's damn near between like.
You dropped them ones that
Yeah. We dropped them up. We dropped the pre-order them up.
These next week.
Oh, the next week?
These next week.
I need that 10.
Next week.
I need
And
that
then
10.
probably, I want to say our first shorts. Like the first Journey shorts, like I had the Warriors on one side, and I had like the Hornets colors on the other side. Motherfuckers was blowing up our phone over them motherfuckers. Like my phone had crashed, like everybody.
Bro, it was just crazy, bro.
My phone will really take, but we'll
Motherfuckers
die
still
over it. It's
asking
over
about
with.
that
It's not
shit.
even fucking
Like People still asking me
Still
about
asking
them
about
shorts.
them.
Like, is we gonna come back with them? I am gonna come back with them. I'm gonna remix them a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit something better. So you feel me? It's coming though. Like, but that's probably like them probably my 2 successful drops for real, for real.
Man, shit. I ain't gonna lie, I got 2. When the pink ones first dry, it's crazy. Like, feel me? Streets love pink for some reason. Everything like they kill a Cam.
What the fuck?
They love the pink though. But the pink ones, that's the first hoodies that crashed my website ever. Like crashed Shopify. Like it was like 30-something people trying to check out at once. Crazy, like the first drop. It's like 30 people trying to check out at one time. Mind you, bro, I did all sides. I did up to like a 3X, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many you had?
3X? I had like 100. I had like 100. But look, that was the first wave. The second one, it kind of slowed up, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool though. But that first one though, that one went.
The second wave of pink, you did pink twice.
I did pink twice. The second run, it really wasn't all that, but you know, still made the profits back. But then the other one was the black and white all profits, like
The one you had on last week.
yeah. No, not even that one. Actually, you know what? That snowman one sold better than the original all profits, cause the snowman one it made it more pop a little bit. Like it was a lot going on in the hoodie. So it's like they seen the snowman and the puzzle piece instead of the flag and the flag on the hood and all props on the flag. Then it's all glitter. So they like
Wait, eat that shit.
They
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
your
do
shit, bro, your shit really hit at nighttime with the glitter, bro.
I really do though. For real. Like
that shit hit like
be
it's jewelry.
booming at night. I'm
No,
like,
that shit,
oh.
bro, no, I got the black and gold one from him, bro, and then I was, what happened, I was in the dark, in the car, and my nigga was like, bro, I like that. I'm like, what you talking about? He looked at me, he's like, bro, your shit hits. I'm like, I looked at
That
him,
shit hit like a grill.
it's hitting like it's really jewelry for real, like it's really going. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was going. I didn't take a picture with that shit, hella shit. I was like, hold on.
Nah, I ain't gonna cap though. That snowman one though, like that's my favorite hoodie, bro.
That bitch is hard.
That's my favorite hoodie.
That snowman goes stupid.
Only it ain't even because I'm a Jeezy fan, but it's just how I did it, how I envisioned that. I did that. I was watching. I was getting ready for the verses. Talking crazy on the internet.
I remember.
I'm up with anybody who up against feel me Jeezy. I'm talking crazy. Like you know what? Since my nigga gonna win, I'm finna drop a hoodie. Feel me? So I'm like, oh, I gotta come crazy. I'm like, I gotta come crazy. Then when he came out and I seen he had he looked like the original snowman, I'm like, come on, bro, I'm about to make the snowman. Got to. Yeah, but
That'd be crazy too when like,
Wow.
when your shit really like you kill it in your head and then it really come to life how you exactly wanted it to be.
Oh
You feel
my
me?
God.
it come to life. Like
Yeah.
I ain't think it was gonna do that, but shit, it came to
Yeah.
life.
It come to life and then like it go crazy like. When I tell you it go crazy, well for me at least my shit where like I think it's some shit like I'll be randomly doing something too, like I'll be like walking down the street or something, like I'll be driving and I'll see like a car like, hey, that shit look nice, bro. Hold on, let me just write that down. Oh mama,
Like, nah,
oh mama, let me write that
bro.
down. I'll be on Instagram. That's how I came with the pink, bro. I seen some because my pink is how I'm doing it. It's not the same color pink. It's like a you see it's like a pastel pink, and then the patch is like a bright, like a vibrant ass pink.
Right.
I seen somebody else do it. When I seen somebody else do it, but I seen they had a shirt and it was the same pastel pink that the AS Color got, and then but it was screen printed and it said whatever they said in it. And I'm like, that shit looks smooth, bro. And I'm like, that shit like it's popping at you. You feel me? I'm like, I'm about to do that. I
wouldn't even believe how I found that pink. Like how I even wanted to come with that color scheme, bro. It was my daughter's 2nd birthday. Nigga was trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear to her little party. Mind you, wasn't nobody at the party with me and her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm about to just make her some custom shit. And then I had these Air Maxes, the South Beach 97s. Like, look, I'm looking at them like, ooh, I can throw that green, I can throw that freshwater green, cause that's that Griffey green, that original Griffey green. And niggas know shoes,
Yeah.
they know that's that Griffey green. So I'm like, okay, put down the pink, and that shit just went. And mind you, I did that a whole year before I dropped it, like a whole year. Like it took me, nigga, like I would say like almost 8-9 months to drop that pink. Took hella long.
Pink hella hard to find, bro.
It is.
That shit, bro. I didn't really believe you at first until I really went to go try to find that motherfucker.
No, like trying to find a pink hoodie is very hard, bro.
That shit
like
is
the right pink too.
If we wasn't in COVID though, it'd be easier. But since we in COVID, they think that, oh man, we about to discontinue all this shit. We about to make it harder for these guys. They want us to,
that's really how
Bro, I swear to God, nigga,
they want us to come to work. They got to pay us extra. Like that's what it is. Like,
cause when you was like, bro, it's the hardest shit I ever did. I was like, what, bro?
It really was, bro.
No, it is, nigga, bro. I promise you, bro. I went to like hella websites, bro.
it's hard.
Only pinks that I could find at first was Gildens, and you know, I ain't really fucking with the Gildens.
Do not buy
Gilded,
Gilded,
bro.
Cool.
That's what the highest level, the $1,000 hoodies.
Hey, that's what I was doing by
No,
that.
crazy. We know that because we do this.
I'm
The
saying.
a regular, you feel me, consumer don't really know that. They just know the name.
Them $1,000 hoodies.
Them down t-shirts, the hoodies, all that'd be Gilded.
Yeah,
And but motherfuckers be quick to tell us like y'all put your logo on a Gilded hoodie and charge 100. Shit, they ain't paying 1,000 for that same Gilded.
They look puffed out like this.
After one wash, your shit done.
Like
Like that pink, bro. That shit was hella hard. Only place I could find it was AS Color, bro, and like they only had a limited stock. Like,
Bro,
that shit on order. You can't even like go and get that shit like from apparel stores. They gotta order that shit.
They gotta order it
from
and then bring it to you.
and then bring it to you. Like,
Right, bro, that's why I was going through them. I'm like,
nigga, bro. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, you know what? Now I see why you said you only doing that shit one time. Cause I'm only gonna do this shit one time
I ain't bringing the pinks back.
at all, bro.
Love y'all. I might, but I ain't doing it.
No, I ain't gonna.
I might have
fucking
some
with it. And then, bro,
yeah.
it's crazy too. You know, like, with since they men's sizes, so you gotta figure out like what since the females are probably gonna be the main ones buying it. What's your price, like the breakdown for the sizes is gonna be different than what you would normally do.
Sometimes it all depends. It all depends like on the brand. With AS Color, that's what you gotta tell them is men's. Cotton Hair, this is unisex.
Kind of here's you say.
Cotton Hair is unisex. The AS though, you gotta like really like
you gotta really look at it, try
look
chart
at that, try it
okay.
on, have a girl try it on, see how it fit. Then that's when.
Yeah, I only really got small sizes. I only got like extra small, medium, large.
Large.
I ain't finna even do the XL, the 2XL for the female. They just going.
Nah, some you got to.
I ain't going for the BBW. I'm sorry. If y'all want some, I'm sorry.
It's something like
It's just not.
you gotta search that crowd.
No, mamas, they gonna get it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I ain't gonna even front my shit crazy. No.
So y'all go get some pink from me. I'll let y'all know this.
No, the pink coming for sure. The pink coming for sure.
I'm letting you know.
It's just
All
like-
sizes.
Comewet is not doing pink, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm doing the pink for sure. It's gonna be here probably February. I'm hopefully, bro.
February around the corner.
You trying to get a Valentine's Day drop?
Literally, that's what I'm doing. Cause like the pink gonna be for Valentine's Day. Like I said, you gotta buy one of these two-tone joints. Get a pink. Why? You feel me? It's just like a-
Alright, so look. Matter of fact, before I ask what's pros and cons, which one of y'all like better? In person or online?
Remember the first week you said niggas is too strict for a bank account, for
Yeah.
Cash App,
Yeah.
Zelle,
Yeah.
Venmo,
Yeah.
PayPal. They
Yeah.
niggas is too, bruh.
Niggas don't have nothing.
Niggas be, bruh, nigga pull out, nigga, 3 bands out their pocket. Like,
Niggas don't
and
have nothing.
hand you that bread. But nigga be, but you feel me, I don't fuck with banks, bruh.
And
I ain't fucking with all them, bruh.
They didn't send me on the freeway. Pull up, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. What you got, cuz? Shit, you know.
Nigga, but the pro to that is like.
But which one you like better though?
Me personally, I don't want to take the cash, bro, because cash, a lot of the cash niggas who hit me DM, they be camping. Like, they'll be like, I'm gonna buy it today, and then like.
And then you'll wait on that shit.
There go ghost.
No, bro, like.
They'll go.
So y'all feel like the in person ain't for sure?
I wouldn't say that.
I mean,
ain't
don't
never
get me wrong. I've definitely had niggas come through with the cash and be like,
Right.
you feel me? But I'd much rather you buy it on my website or send me cash out, Zelle, Venmo, whatever. Especially because, like, especially in the day, like, I'm not gonna charge you no shipping when you could just come pull up on me.
Right. I'm
You
already
feel me?
not.
Charging shipping. Y'all gonna say that y'all front door.
I mean, nah, I definitely be shipping shit. If they ask, I'll be like, all right, it's this amount to ship it. But like, if we all in Oakland, we all from the Richmond, in the city or whatever, I'm like, just pull up on me, bro. I'll be right here. You feel me? That way, you ain't gotta pay for shit because you already gonna come over here anyway.
Right.
Feel me?
So a pro with the in person is like, feel me, cash on demand, no taxes, your whole 100.
Yeah.
But your online, it's like,
Tax.
coming out with like 80, coming out with like 80, 85, like
Tax,
85,
shipping,
87.
you feel me? My shit, the hoodies I just did online, the ones I just dropped in December, if you buy it online, it's $87.76. After you buy it, that's including shipping and tax though.
What you doing out the trunk, 80?
70.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, why it go up $17?
Why?
Yeah,
Tax, well, shipping $8.
The tax code is.
And then tax.
But see, your website, what's your website?
Big Cartel.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, they taking some cheese out your shit.
Big Cartel beating your ass.
Yeah, I don't think so,
17,
bro.
bro.
I take home like damn near. I take home damn near. I take home like 80 something.
Big Cartel beat your ass, dog.
Only thing I like about that shit, like online, bro, is cause I got 2 separate bank accounts. So I got I got a GPS clothing bank account and I got a personal bank account.
Yeah.
So if you hand me cash, bro, I might forget literally put that in my.
Man, well, I used to be, nigga. This sock with the clothes. This sock some other money. I swear to God, nigga, real money in this pocket that I'm gonna spend today. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, I wanna transition my shit over to online because
all online.
it's like, why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta waste all your gas. Me, I'm the type of nigga, I'm pulling up everywhere.
Like anytime you close.
Shit, me, alright. Cause what I learned is you gotta catch that window. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga, man, bro, you got something, I need something to put on. I'm the nigga that's gonna catch the window, like, fucking, you feel me?
Yeah,
I'm riding around
right
anyway.
now. Yeah, I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah, so I'm pulling up anyway. Niggas stays with cheese pulling up, that's even lovelier. So a nigga pull up, move up. But I'd rather much just have my shit online and like, you feel me? Be what we all see. You know, you see the niggas with the 1,000 packages getting.
Right, I want to take a picture like that, man.
Yeah,
1,000 packs in the back.
Yeah, right. They do that shit. Some niggas do that shit.
I'm gonna keep it both though. I'm gonna be a hybrid. Like, I'm still be.
No, I'm still trying to get it every day. Cause most of my shit, for real.
Most of that shit.
Most of my shit, I sell most of the shit out the truck.
Yeah.
I pull up on niggas.
That's cause you push. That's cause you pushing your shit though. Like.
Yeah, like you feel me? Like I might pull up on one nigga in the hood, bro, and then the whole hood just come buy some shit from me, bro. Like they literally buy the whole trunk.
Yeah.
That's how I do
That's that for sure.
Like literally, I done like this happened a couple days ago. My trunk, I keep one size of each color in the trunk, and then this cuz I never know what I'm gonna do that day. Like the niggas be like, "Shit, what you got on this?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm gonna take your trunk right here." And literally, bro. So that's like 14 hoodies I got. Niggas really come. Somebody different will come buy all 14. You feel me? Like,
see, but me though, it's like I got a certain type of mood. It's like, for one, I like the online because you can be asleep
and just there.
Make that
when
move.
you wake up. You see, you got
order.
You got
Hey,
10 orders.
Bro, it's feeling
You got
good.
10 orders. You looking on your app. You like, oh, I got 10 orders.
I'm feeling
I
great.
just woke up. I ain't brushed my teeth yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's cool. But also as well though, when you out the trunk, it's another better feeling too though. Only because it's like you actually interacting with your customer. So it's like now you interacting with your customer. You like, oh yeah, bro, you think I'm gonna have this, whatever case may be. Like, if you can't catch it online, you might catch me again. But at the same time, in person be a risk because people can waste your time. For example, you would tell this person, oh, meet me right here at Safeway. I'm gonna be here from 6:30 to like 6:45. You ain't here at 6:45, I'm gone. Feel me? Then you try to pull off, then my brother call like, oh bro, I'm on my way, I'm like 5 minutes. Now it's inconvenient because it stops you from going to your next stop. Feel me? But, you know, but it's like when I go to the hood though, I post on the hood, feel me, people pull up, I just be posted. That's cool. Feel me? Like you wake up on Saturday, like, oh man, I got this shit out the trunk. Let me go post up, tell people where I'm at, they come get it, whatever case may be. But you know, that shit come with risk too though. People be hating. People be hating. It's like,
I don't just post up.
Yeah, people be hating though, but it's like you should only do that in places where you feel like
Comfortable,
safe, and you comfortable.
Don't just post up anywhere.
Yeah, don't post up anywhere. Like don't go to the next man hood and be like, oh yeah, man, we selling booming over here today. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be here for a while. Like nah,
Don't do that.
That's a comment for sure.
Don't do that.
That's a comment. So, but a pro is it spread faster, and then the people who don't got bank accounts, niggas who got the big money, they wanna pull out, buy the whole trunk, they can buy the whole wop, no tax free, and all that shit.
Like shit, that goes both ways. But like, for example, online, like a female was on Twitter, she was talking like online to her, it looked more professional. Like
It do.
it looked more professional. Like she gon', She said basically she didn't want to DM or somebody or put one because then like they act like they don't want to see the DM or the message or like they get lost in the sauce or whatever. She like it's online, it's right there. She knows it's coming. You feel me? But you know what's even like I said, it was crazy though. Like my website do like every drop my website do like 50K views. How many people you think actually buy up my website?
That's crazy.
That's the part I don't understand.
Like people will really watch your website. I kid you not.
But it skipped over that. It goes straight to DM.
That's the
like, bruh.
That's that attention span thing. Like if they don't see what they looking for on your website, that's when they want to come talk to you. And people be curious. They be having curiosity. Like, let me see how his tone is or his temperature. That's gonna determine if I want to buy something or not. Because people got this perspective on black-owned businesses, like, and you know we be getting dragged through the mud, but at the same time, like we all learning.
Yeah.
We didn't have this generational to where we being taught how to run a business.
Yeah, ain't nobody pass us down a business.
Yeah, like ain't nobody pass nobody down.
First generation type doing
Bro,
this.
I'm telling you, bro.
But that's what they do though. That's why people just be looking at your site, cause like just like you said, like I got hella visitors come to my site, but like I would say like 75% buy, and then the others they just be looking. But it'd be the same people. Like you know, on Shopify you can see the people that come. So it's like you just see the same people. Then them people come to your DM, and if you DM them the wrong way, they like, all right, no black businesses.
No more black. No, I had a female literally tell me she was like, I ain't supporting no more black businesses because they all do this. I'm like, you ain't bought nothing for me.
They do.
I don't even remember what she said they did to her, bro. But she was like, she puts us all in the same bubble. And I'm like, you never. She bought something for me. I'm like, did I treat you like that? She was like, no. But the next person treated me like that. So now I'm all black businesses. I was just like,
yeah, but it's like they don't be learning. Like, bro, we coming out the mud with this.
Man, we by ourselves. Ain't nobody teaching us none of this shit. Like we learn as we go.
Yeah, it's
But like what I have learned about that like that view shit, I learned that like, man, alright, you view my shit 9 times out of 10. Like you just ain't bought something. I just ain't dropped something you like to.
Yeah, but you like the brand, but you ain't seen what you really want.
Yeah, like you ain't seen something that you really want. Like I seen, like when I dropped this hoodie, the hoodie JB got on, the GPS Journey hoodie. When I dropped that, it was booming on Twitter. So like we got probably like 400 to like 500 views in like 2 days.
Right.
Just off the hoodie. A lot of people didn't buy them, but it was just like, okay, y'all interested now.
That's viral to us.
For real.
That shit really go. It's just crazy to me, like, cause them same people, like you say, you can see who actually looking. So them same people who was looking will skip the link on it, or will skip buying it from a website, go straight to my DM. Let me buy this. They'll take literally, I had somebody literally screenshot the hoodie on my website, send it to my DM.
I can show you 10 of them right now.
Bro.
Like I said, they checking your temperature though.
Bro, that shit weird. Or like, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like, it bothers me how much a customer will not read. That shit really bothers me.
Hey, well, that's a big challenge I face too, because I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard being descriptive when you knowing that your customers don't read. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for example, right? I would post, these hoodies is coming out next week. And then you still got people in the comments like,
you got it right now?
Yeah, you got it right now. Like, you
pull up, bro.
Like that's one of like the biggest. That's one of the biggest challenges with this shit is like how to be descriptive and not be rude. Feel me? Like that don't. It's that's a balance for real.
Yeah, no, it just
like it's a real balance.
And you know what? It bothers us because we go through it all day.
But at the same time, it's like we probably done did this shit before and didn't even notice, but not even to know like local brands. We probably did it to the majors or something.
Yeah.
Like Nike or some shit. Nike has said real descriptive, and then we like, man, what these bitches at now? Like, you know, let me get it there.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I kinda don't be doing like previews and shit. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but cause I just noticed like when I show motherfuckers something, cause I used to, like when I show motherfuckers, they don't read. It's like, where's that?
Yeah,
Where's that? And I gotta tell you something, time the nigga have to, like, you feel
copy,
me? Each person in my message,
Copy
copy
and
and paste the
paste.
same
Put
shit.
a date.
You know what I'm
next
saying?
to
So
drop.
I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna catch you when you most excited and it's ready, you can
People
buy
still
it.
be-
You feel me?
Even when you put a date, they still do it, bro. That's why I said like that shit. I think that's the
Or if you gonna
biggest
put a
challenge.
date on it, don't make it too far out.
Yeah,
Let
because
that
then they
motherfucker in
gonna
a few days.
yeah they gonna start guessing this shit. That's why I be feeling like, bro, that's the biggest challenge I ever had, bro. Like besides finding and testing out qualities and shit.
Yeah.
And then the fucked up size, the size charts and shit.
That
That is the hardest shit ever, bro.
G-O-D, that's the hardest part, because you gonna think when you first doing it, you need the same amount of every size. You gonna think, that's what you gonna think in your head, like, yup, I'm gonna get 5 of these, 5 of this, 5 of that, 5 of that. No.
It don't work.
No. That's the worst. I talk about, some nigga, he hit me in the DM after that, he started calling me, he was like, bro, I see you going crazy, bro. He was like, just give me some advice. I'm like, bro, he was like, how many do you start with? I was like, oh, I started with this amount. He was like, how many do you get per? I was like, bro, for real, the big sizes you need the less of. Like you need the least stuff for real. For the 2X and the 3X, you probably need 1 3 for real. Maybe if that 1 3X for real. Maybe 2 2X, maybe. If you really feeling that, you need 1 3X. You might still be sitting on that 1 3 for like 2 3 months. You feel me? So, but I was like, bro, for me, if you gonna do something, make sure medium is the most you get.
You think medium most comes out?
For me, medium go. For me, medium is
small.
Medium, small, medium, large. For me, go.
Large just used to sit. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why niggas was going straight from medium to extra large. Large used to sit.
My large is used to
I would say,
go.
hey, like small, like that's my biggest seller. Small, I say medium too though. I'm medium.
I told him to get medium the most. That's what for me, so I only can speak for myself. But I was just like, bro, you feel me? And everything else, you just gonna learn through his trial and error. Like you gonna learn how a hoodie supposed to feel. You feel me? You gonna learn like.
Nah, not everybody, because a lot of like it's a lot of cats that be DMing me like asking for advice and all this shit, but it's how you approach me for real, bro. Because don't get me wrong, like I used to like approach niggas sometimes, but then it's like it humble you in a way and it tell you like, okay, let me do my own research before I go ask the next nigga, because once you just go straight and ask him, it's like you're not even investing time within yourself to actually get your own knowledge before you go ask somebody else. You feel me? But I ain't responding to a lot of people, bro, because I was just feeling like niggas ain't really in it like us. Like, they just want some money.
Nah,
You just want $1. Like that's all it is. Like you don't care. You gonna sell. You gonna get your Gildan t-shirt to $2.50. Get it printed for $3 more.
bro, for real, Gildan.
And then sell it for $40.
Bro, Gildan is $1.76.
That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, they ain't even too
$1.76.
It's $2.50 some places because they gotta put that cut on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
they be up some of that bitch with different
yeah,
prices,
you
but
feel me? But they niggas, that's what they do though. Like they.
I mean, that's why I was saying, like, you gonna learn as you doing this, as you put your foot in the door, you gonna be like, nigga, this is what a hoodie supposed to feel like, nigga, this is a good quality. You gonna know, like, for example, like, when we first started doing, we didn't probably know that weights matter that much. You
Yeah, like,
you feel me?
That's why I put that in my like, description.
Like,
You got to.
you ain't know, like, for example, like a 12-ounce hoodie, you thinking, like, in your head, you ain't know, you like, that's a cool, you feel me? Whole time, that shit thick as hell. That motherfucker, that shit tough, like, that's one of
I ain't never paid attention to that, bro. I ain't paid attention to that, bro, until I started to switch brands, bro. And then that's when I started asking, like, man, how much is
It
weight?
means so
No,
much.
it means
bro.
something, because, bro, like, for real, anything over, like, 10 ounces is hella heavy, hella thick.
And it's like you gotta learn how to use that for your print too. Like if you got a 12-ounce hoodie on some screen print, your shit never gonna come off.
And then that shit.
Like your shit never gonna come off. Like and then like a 12-ounce hoodie is really only good for vinyl because the vinyl could sit in that
It
motherfucker.
could really sit.
The stitching could sit in there, but a screen print, the shit coming off, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's done.
Or
It's
like,
done. Like,
or like them
done.
OG house, you know how them OG houses was hella thin.
Yeah.
They was probably like 4
But they
ounces.
was doing stitching on them though.
They was doing everything on there,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Like, so you wouldn't know that until like.
They was cutting and slowing, tackle to it.
but
They was tackled to it a little
But
bit.
you wouldn't know that until unless we doing what we doing. Like you wouldn't know. Like for example, Gildan ain't really it's not a bad brand, but it's not really what you look.
Gildan's not bad, bro. Gildan is great for a starter, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
but you gotta be reasonable.
Yeah, you gotta learn to just.
Cause somebody asked me, they was like, they just like, bro, asked you, like, I mean, how many you started with? I told them straight up, like, bro, me, bro, I started with 12. I treat it just like a street. Feel me? We ain't gonna really say what it is, but you feel what you know what you started with, but you feel me? It's 12. So you think like, okay, I started this 12. You feel me? Two, whatever. Add on the extras. You feel me? If I can sell this, if I sell 6, I got my money back. Feel me? Then that's when you keep
keep
going.
I'm glad you said that, because niggas don't be keeping it real with people, especially for motherfuckers that's trying to start. I mean, like, Niggas don't tell you the real shit. Like, man, I'm doing 50s, I'm doing 100s. Yeah, that's what you doing, but what you start.
I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you.
niggas all the time. Like, I wish I knew how to start with 12. Nigga, I started with like, well, I started different start points. Basically, I tell a motherfucker, man, do 20, 25. You know what I'm saying?
25, 30, that's
School
perfect. Like
25,
25, 30,
But
that's
then it
start
depends
50.
on where you go and get your production, because you know niggas got minimums and shit now.
Yeah.
So if you go on screen printing, that depends on what that depends. But do the minimum, cuz like you feel me, get that money back. Get the
You gotta make your money back because you gotta pay your overhead. You got to, because if you don't pay your overhead, it's like how you gonna get your next product? How you gonna get your next inventory? How you gonna get your next job? You gotta stay consistent. So it's like how you gonna pay your pay your overhead? You can't. So if you was to do 50, if you used to do 50 to 100 shirts on your first drop, you got your sizes all wrong. You don't know your crowd.
Man, it's your first time stepping.
This your first time with some shit. You just thinking like, man, I'm about to boom 100 shirts at $30 a shirt. Feel me? And I'm finna go crazy.
I could. Listen, 9 times out of 10, that ain't gonna be the way it's happening.
Trust me.
Out of that 100, bro, you might sell 25, 30.
25. You might sell 25 for real, cause there's people.
And you know what's so crazy? It ain't even just people. The people that you getting the screen printed from, if you don't know what you're doing,
They gonna
do your size chart for you, and they gonna give you every size after XL because it's more money when they do that. I ain't peeped that, and ain't nobody gonna tell you that. But when you getting 2X, I think it's XL too. Some places charge for extra large, but XL and 2X and 3XL and all that, it's an extra $1 to $2 on there.
Well, the place I go get my shit wholesale from,
Yeah.
the 2X and 3X and the 4 is an extra $4.
Exactly. So
like for example, a blank cotton heritage hoodie, $12.75. Right? That's
damn, where you getting that at?
apparel stores.
God
Damn.
Apparel stores. A blank. But I use. That's why I don't use cotton here. Well, not that.
That nigga get tagged.
But it's a blank is $12.75.
Damn.
Blank.
You walking out the door with it, though. That's the shit I was
Yeah.
You just walk out the door.
You walk out the door with it though. It's right here, right now.
Convenience.
It's right. So it's $12.75 though, right?
That's too much, bro.
I mean, you feel me? It's convenience though.
What's
convenient.
your print fee on that thing, bro? But you ain't have to disclose too much.
Let's put it this way, where it costs like
That nigga talking about
$20.
$20.
It costs like 22.
All together for you?
22, but that's 22, but also, you feel me, I go the extra mile for my shit though. So like, niggas might get all that and it costs 22, but I'm getting my neck labels put in, you feel me? I'm getting my shit coated in bag with the size on it, my name on it and shit, you feel me? I'm getting all the extra, so you know, that's all dollars and cents. So actually, for real, it almost ended up being like,
You 30.
yeah, 30 at the end of the day, but that's cause like I said, I'm going the extra mile. I been telling niggas like, or other people trying to start their brand, you don't gotta do what I do. You don't gotta get the neck labels. You know, at least remove them.
If that's what you want to do.
You don't gotta do what I do. You don't
That's
gotta.
about how you want your brand to look.
Yeah, but like how you want to present it to somebody. You want to pull somebody straight out the box, just like here it is, or you want it to be in that plastic. It look nice, even though 9 times out of 10 they finna rip it up anyway, and not even care about the plastic for real.
It's just how you present it.
But how you present it,
Presentation is everything. That's why everybody started. What's the name went viral with Lords when he dropped that hoodie. It was like the Lord. I don't know what it was like. It's got like an L, like a little eyeball. I don't know what it was like in a certain box though. And everybody was like, oh my God, I love this box the way it's presented. And it kind of just shifted everything. Like, bro, like everything is all about how you present it.
literally, and how you roll your shit out when you putting it out.
Yeah, that's very important, bro.
When you start your marketing, like you gonna put some new shit out, you gotta like amp it up, like you feel me. You gotta damn near make it nice and shiny and shit. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Make sure that you feel me. They know there's some new shit coming. Cause if you could pull it up, you could roll it out and it be boosty and nobody fuck with it. And you could roll it out a different way and then pop just like that. Like you feel me. And I don't know if y'all pay attention to Instagram, but Instagram got an algorithm, so it'll tell you like when your page is most popular. You don't know, like you gonna look on your as a business page, it'll tell you like you get the most views and then you get the most traffic on this day during these times.
Nigga, my popular, I had 20,000 people come on here.
Damn.
Literally, like, they'll tell you though. It's gonna literally tell you, like, they won't tell you who it is, but they'll just tell you the numbers.
You gotta have your shit in business page mode to see that.
Yep. And then but you can track it though. You can be like, that's for me. I get my most views on the weekend.
I'm a fashion designer. That's what my shit say.
No, you know what I mean? My shit say like that too. But like for me, I get my most views on the weekends. So every drop, I'm doing it on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what I'm posting. Why? Because I'm getting the most traffic. I'm getting the most views. Everybody might not buy nothing, but it's like you gonna be able to see it. You feel me? Like and I ain't gonna do it on a Monday when I get like somebody might get 100 views on Monday, they might get 400 on Friday.
Right. So look, let me ask y'all this, right? What's y'all? I think I asked this earlier. Like, what's y'all best way to promote y'all new drop? Like, what's y'all best way to promote?
Ooh.
Besides just like, you feel me, like posting on social medias. Like, what be your tactics? Like, what be your tactics behind posting y'all shit? Like, y'all be having a theme, or y'all be coming with the shoes, or?
For me, it's more so like for my last drop, it was a sports drop damn near. So like it was like all basketball team. It was a 90s theme type shit. So like that's why when I drop my shit, like if you look at like the caption of the shit is like, it's called NBA Draft. So like, cause it got all the NBA teams on it and whatnot. And then how it went was crazy. Is like I didn't even drop the beginning video what was supposed to happen. So like originally I had this video that I made in After Effects. And it was like, you know how you play like the little, the old school games at the like little arcades and shit. Like so basically, I had GPS on the side and I had Journey, and then basically how it would pop up, it would be like somebody playing a little game, and it would pop up like how NBA Jam did. But I just never dropped the preview video because I didn't feel like it, to be honest with you. And it was taking too long, so I was like, fuck it. But then, as far as rolling it out, I just realized that I did it like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Monday, I'm gonna drop like cause I dropped 2 things with it. I dropped the women's sweatsuit too.
Right.
So like on Monday, I just dropped basically I just dropped the hoodies. And then on Tuesday, I dropped the women's stuff.
Right.
So then on Wednesday, basically I just dropped all the photos of the women's and the men's together. You feel me? So like when I did all 3 of them, like it was just crazy because every time I tweeted it, every time I posted it, it was just catching momentum every day. So everybody was still on it. So it was like it was popping for the whole week. I didn't even have to post Thursday and Friday for the weekend. It was like people were still watching it every day. So like that's how I think I like that new rollout I got now. So you feel me? I'm gonna probably stick with it.
For me, usually like. So, you know, we get our shit way before everybody else. We know our dates and shit when it's coming. So usually, like, you know what I'm saying, for me, my shit come during the week sometime or whatever. I'm like, all right, I ain't telling nobody, or I ain't showing nobody really I'm finna drop this or whatever. Like, I might have a drop date for like 2-3 weeks later. So I'm like, I'm about to wear this weekend to this event. Like, if I know hell people gonna be there, I'm gonna wear this.
You just like me.
I'm already this shit.
I
know, but Jody, if I know, first of all, I don't go nowhere without wearing my own shit. If I know hella people gonna be around, like I'm in my shit. Right. I be like I got to, like, cause somebody gonna ask. Guaranteed, somebody gonna ask. So you feel me? I'm like, especially if I'm coming out with some new shit and I know this event coming, I'm like, this is going on. This is doing it. So that's how. And then obviously we act like I got this for you next week. You feel me? Or like how I did it this weekend. Like I just got my new shit.
You wore that shit out, or you just took flicks?
No, I took pictures. Just took some pictures. Not on some real photography, just some, you feel me, just chilling pictures. Like, I mean, this is what I got on my DM already. People already like, where can I get it? When can I get it? When can I get it?
You your billboard.
Yeah, I mean, you don't own billboard, so you feel me? I be telling them like, you feel me? I got it. Now, if you want to, you can get it early. You gonna pay that fee though. If you want to pay it, it's like, niggas will do that.
See, I don't even be doing that.
Niggas will do that though.
I make pay to be early.
Wait,
niggas will pay.
I ain't even thought about that. That was crazy.
Niggas will be like, I be like. My shit not coming out for like two more weeks. They be like, bro, I'll give you. If your shit let's say your shit like my old hoodies was 70. It was like, bro, I'll give you 100 right now.
Okay.
All right, here you go. They like it's exclusive now because it's like it ain't literally no one else got it. But
so now you feel one-on-one. Now you part of something.
Now you feel like you part of something.
Yeah, now you feel like you part of something. And first of all, and my real supporters, I always make sure I look out for them. I got that from FBCC, how he do his memberships. Like, you know how he do a 10,000 club. You spend more than 10,000 with him, he give you something for free, just off the rip. Like he like, you gonna buy these
That's
shoes?
real.
You want like you buy his shoes and you in his 10,000 club, he might shoot you another pair just for that. Like, cause you already you was gonna buy it anyway. You was gonna buy it and you was gonna wear it. So I'm like my real supporters, I tell them, I be like, y'all wanna see new shit?
Yeah.
Team me in. And for me,
Yeah.
That's a good tactic though.
My close friends sleep on me.
my new friend, close
You really
friends,
fuck with me?
yeah.
You already know.
And
That's a good tactic though too, because it's like, feel me, they been buying your shit, so they gonna spread the word about your shit because they focus.
They focus you. And on top of that, for me, I don't know about y'all, but I write down literally in my notes everybody ever bought something from when I started. So if I started since from 2018 on there, I got a list of
all my
each
shit on the website.
I got that too, but like I literally just like in the notes, like they bought
Jot
this.
down, everybody.
Literally everybody bought something. Literally everybody bought something. Everybody bought something.
And you saying like a little fake news alert.
Literally, so like, mind you, so like, I still had that Twitter name, or if I know them in real life, I just put that regular name. But like, you feel me? So that way I don't forget who actually bought some stuff. And then, but there's some people who buy literally every drop. So I'm like, I'm gonna for sure look out for you. Like, you wanna see the extra shit, the new shit? You can get it early. You can get it today. As soon as it comes touch down, you can get it right now. You feel me? And like I said, people gonna buy it anyway. And they gonna spread your shit. And then like, that's how I make them feel like you feel me, you fuck with them. Like, that's your way of giving back. Because at the end of the day, them big brands, well, not all big brands do it, but like the ones I pay attention to, like ABCC or Cool Kai and shit like that, they do that.
Yeah, they do.
They look out for their customers. That's why customers keep coming back and end up, on top of that, most of the time, like, they'll end up spending more just because they'll be like, they'll give you $100, be like, just keep the change, bro.
Mhm.
Like, so
That's you gotta use that tactic.
yeah, so I wrote out that way, and then also like I said before, I'll be on Instagram and just sending my link out to everybody I follow. Like if I see them TL, it's getting sent. It's getting sent. It's getting sent. It's getting sent. I'm gonna send you at least one time.
You be on the Twitter working.
Hey,
Instagram, but look though, that work. I swear to God, that work. I promise you, bro. Because before
That shit pay off though.
it do, because before like. I would just let people come to me. I'm like, I ain't finna go out and do all that extra shit. I'm finna put the footwork in. I'm gonna let them come to me. And my shit would come, I was still out, but it would come way slower. Now I'm doing it, my shit's selling out in days. I'm selling, the numbers I'm doing in days is like, I couldn't even imagine it. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this.
That nigga put that work.
Put that, I mean, and I'm tired of we in a pandemic, bro. It's like, I gotta figure out a way to still be outside, be somebody's face, let them see what I got, while still, you feel me? So guess what? And we, by the phone, we touching thousands of people.
Yeah. This shit is a numbers game. Cause like what you doing, we all playing a numbers game, but you really emphasize like it's a numbers game. The more people you can reach, the higher your chances is to, you feel me? Like the more you can increase your margins. That's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the more times you promote the shit, the more times they see it, the higher the chance somebody buying something.
Man, listen.
People don't, it's really that simple. It's a numbers game for real.
Yeah, so I do that, and like for example, I had one from the I sent it to her on the DM, like, just come shopping when you ready. I don't be forcing them, I be like, just come shopping when you ready. You feel me? And literally, they literally come back though.
That nigga put that work in.
Literally, you know what I mean?
ready.
But look, I'll kid you not, one female was like,
If you leave her house.
no,
If
she
you-
What's your key tactic?
My key tactic, man, to keep it so lit, cause like I said, I'm in a phase of like relaunching for real. So, but when I was in my groove and shit,
You rebranded?
yeah, it's like a rebranding, relaunch situation I'm going on. But when I was in my groove, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, I just post my shit out of nowhere. I just post some shit every 2 weeks, cause I told you I was making this shit back in the day. Like I just said a little earlier, so I'm putting that money down. I'm going back to sit down with the people I need to sit down with.
But-
Oh, this color next, that. So in 2 weeks, I got something else for you. But you still buying. But I say that though to say this, with this relaunch, with this, cause I always had the ideas and my plans, like, man, I'm planning to do this, I'm planning to do this, I'm gonna roll out like this. But I always like rushed my shit, you know what I'm saying? I never stuck to my plan. Like you said, like it took too long and I just like, fuck it. And I just dropped my shit, but I can't even really reference no shit right now, cause
Bro,
I just dropped it.
you know, I remember you did, but you did them when you and Kyle did them street light videos too. This is damn near where I got the idea from, y'all.
That's a tone, John.
I damn near got the idea
I
from
forgot to
y'all.
mention that probably was another bestseller.
The back
Yeah, two-tone?
Yeah, he did a
It
two-tone.
had like an olive and a green.
Yeah,
I mean, an olive and a black.
Him, my cousin rap, and he was doing the close. He was like, bro, I'm finna drop this song, but he wanted to, you feel me? They basically collab, like, you feel me? I'm gonna put my brand on and put my song in. Like,
Then it ended up.
yeah, end up, you feel me? So
That
it
Oh,
was,
stupid.
and
I already know that did numbers.
it did.
I already know it
It did numbers,
I don't know
right?
how I forgot that one. That probably was the bestseller because that sold out like 2 times.
Dang.
Yeah, no, that shit was.
3 times full sweatsuits.
Yeah, it was
Tall
blowing.
bottoms type
It
shit.
was blowing. And I'm like, you feel me? And I was like, when? Like 2018?
That's when I was really in the groove. Like
Yeah, that was 2018. For real, I remember. Because when we was out the trunk, I mean, you came back from Sac one time. You came all the way from Sac to Oakland. I promise you, I think you not.
You gotta take them hikes sometimes.
Boy, I swear.
Got to. You gotta take them hikes.
Man, I swear, that was probably your best one for real to me.
Nah, for sure, yeah, for sure. That's
What's your
my
tactics,
favorite story.
Shit. I'm gonna be real. I got like 3 tactics for real. One is, feel me, how the shoe coming out. Not the every weekend shoe,
Yeah.
but the shoe that you know you're gonna see coming. For example, the 11s, and the Christmas joints.
Yeah.
You always playing around them because everybody gonna get them. Feel me? Everybody love 11s. Everybody not in the 1s or 5s or, feel me? Everybody is in 11s and 12s, bro. Feel me? Regardless of anything, they're in 11s and 12s. Regardless, even the people who ain't got no drip. So it's like, you think like, all right, I could do this black and yellow, black and yellow 12. Everybody got the 12s. Everybody. Feel me? Because you thinking like automatically, they ain't gonna have nothing but the Pirates jersey. You feel me? The black and yellow Pittsburgh Pirates. So you like, all right, I can do that. So you feel me? You just playing around the J's, and then sometimes you match it up with the Jordans or whatever the case may be. But then another tactic I got is like naming, like actually giving my hoodies a certain type of name. For example, like I did at the pop-up, I did like a hustle blue. So it was a navy blue hoodie with the navy blue and white booming on there. Feel me? Nipsey. Feel me? So it's like you name your hoodies, and I did a sour apple. Then I did the pink lemonade, which was the yellow and the pink on the flag. So you promote it like that. That way when they get the hoodie, feel me, you know, we in a capturing world. They like, in my pink lemonade.
Oh, you get spicy.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's like you do that, and then it be like, all right, I got my Carolina booming, or you feel me, my midnight booming, or you feel me, just try to give every hoodie a theme.
We gotta address one more topic, bro. We gotta address. Right, it's 2 more. I looked at it. How the questions he had. It was the originality versus like the stealing or copying versus inspired, and then what does support look like in the Bay Area?
We can do support easier. So the truth, bro, this is the truth about support, bro.
Crabs in a bucket in the Bay Area, California, bro.
Man, I ain't going front my shit, bro. For real,
crabs in a bucket, bro.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be completely so honest, bro.
Crabs in a bucket.
Yo, your main people ain't gonna fuck with you. Like people you really know ain't gonna fuck with you till you really going crazy in another city. I promise you. I had to bubble in Richmond first before I started bubbling in Oakland. That's just what it was. I had to bubble out there, and all of a sudden, them same niggas that's been seeing me every day, that been knowing me since I was in elementary school, they know everything about me, wasn't buying it until another section was buying shit. They started, hey, where you had at? Like, I promise you, I get DMs for a hoodie that I dropped 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. I got this hoodie in 2018. It's in my header, it's the blue hoodie. I get DMs.
Crabs in the bucket,
right? To buy this same hoodie. Right, mind you, I know you seen it. I had a female, she asked me again, she was like, I want the hoodie you had in the hair. I know she been, I've been knowing this girl since high school. I know she's seen this hoodie. Where is it? Why
are you just not wanting it?
But like I said, you know what? I'm not tripping. Because you gotta bubble somewhere else first. And then once you bubble somewhere else, they gonna be like, we been fucking with, bro.
That's true, sir.
Shit, how my shit work is more so like my inside circle fuck with me. So like, you feel me? My inside circle, they bought everything, but the thing is like, I don't really ask for buys. I more so ask for like the retweets, the likes, the reposts. Cause like, if you do that, bro, like then my brand is still expanding. Like you don't gotta, bro. What I tell, is exactly what I told JB when he started first booming, bro. Like it don't cost a dime for nobody to retweet you or like your post, bro. It don't cost. Like people do that only if they really if they really fuck with you. Bro. Like, and that's what I tell people. Like, that's why I started fucking with JB. JB would repost my shit every time. I repost JB shit every time. I repost Eric. Charlie, like, booming, like, I do that every time. It's just off the love, bro. Because I want everybody to win, bro. It's too much money out here not for everybody to win, bro. People be thinking, like, it's small-minded, but it's really not.
It is. I got kind of slight, like, different perspective on that shit because, like, for me, I feel like I'm from Richmond, and, you know, that's much smaller than Oakland or the city. And for me, it was like, whoever, if you knew me, you supported me. Like, my reach was like, shit, all my followers on Instagram, everybody from Richmond, like, you feel me, went to school together, we grew up together, whatever the case may be. For me, my challenge is to reach the other cities. For some reason, it was like motherfuckers, for example, a nigga FaceTime me, when you out finna with that sweatsuit, blah. Pull up, we bust a sale, they pull off, they with somebody, they probably in front of a female or something. I'll call you back, man, my cousin said they like the shit. And this ain't nothing wrong with it, but instead of for the cousin coming on my page, you probably already seen my page before and know who I am. You're not gonna reach out to me for some reason. You might think like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever reason motherfuckers don't reach out to people. So my thing is like, reach out to a motherfucker. Me personally, I'm a humble ass nigga. Like, nigga, off the camera, on the camera, like, I'm a humble nigga. So I ain't never finna talk crazy, you feel me, unless I get, we ain't gotta address that shit. You feel me? Like, that's common sense. But I ain't never finna talk crazy over no, you know, I'm a businessman. So, like, that's my perspective on it. It seemed like, that's why I bust down all my sales, like, nigga, out the trunk. I'm going all out the trunk, all around the city, and the cities nearby, which they still might be from Richmond, they're just nearby. They might live in Oakland or some shit. But it's like, my challenge, what I want to challenge myself to do is reach other cities. I gotta, you feel me, I want to tap into this, I want to tap into that, tap in even out of the Bay Area. So, like, that's my perspective on it, but it's true from both sides, though. It's definitely true. Like, motherfuckers that's close around you won't support, because I got cousins, I got family that ain't never bought no shit either. But I don't know, I put myself in a mindset of just like, I'm not gonna force nobody to, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't even want to expect my family to be my customers, because then we'll fuck up our bond. You feel me? Like, I got family that'll jump in the car, you feel me, with the glove on and like, for real shit.
Man.
And but you ain't never bought a hoodie, but that's cool. You feel me? That's life. That's cool. You feel me?
It's crazy, like, that really serious for them. But my pops, I was talking to them last night, but then it was like, I know you was so far into your business as you are. Like, I'm like, he's like, I see you do this all the time, but I just never knew that you were really doing this. Like, this is really this far advanced. He's like,
my daddy, boy.
And I'm like, what you thought I was doing all this time? Like, do you mean, like, you feel me? Mind you, like, my pops, he got like my first hoodie from me. I'm not trying to force my pops to buy something from me. He's just like, I guess he didn't really think like I'm really in the field doing this every day. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't really expect
I can't expect my main circle to really see
anybody to see your dream.
Like, you feel me? Like, so, I mean, but as far as like the Bay don't support, like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. The Bay, hella, they support to an extent. They selective as fuck. Like, they selective as fuck, bro. They selective as fuck, bro. Because there's some brands, we ain't gonna say no names, but there's some brands literally that will put they shit on a famous motherfucker, bro, and they shit. They shit just like that, bro. And you know, and it don't take. That's all it took. With them, I'm not saying they didn't put it on footwork or whatever, but literally, they in the right position or the right place at the right time, bro. And that's all they did.
Hey, for me personally though, like, before, it was like, I would say, out of my inner circle, if it was 10 people, five believed in the vision at first. My hood though, loved this shit. Soon as I brought it up there, bro, niggas was like, yo, this gonna go. They said it, they like, this gonna go. So as far as like streets like San Francisco, bro, it's like you could look and see like my shit is in every neighborhood. But the reason why my inner circle didn't really support it as much and I didn't get that support was because of the prices. So people felt like, oh, I'm supposed to do family discount, or if I'm supposed to just toss you this.
We fed on the bottle, we gonna make you $100 for a hoodie. Y'all might go buy a drink together or something. So they like, I ain't gonna give you $100 for a hoodie.
Yeah, feel me? So it's like, so it's like when I first came out the gate, I was charging, you feel me, $50. People was cool with that. All right, cool, bro, I give you that, feel me? I go to 60. All right, it's cool. Nigga jump to that 80. Damn, 80. Man,
they can't jump.
All right, cool.
That 100.
Niggas like,
damn.
You gonna add this next? If you got it next week, I'm gonna get it. Maybe like it turned into that. But at the same time, I was like, how I explain to people, it's like I look at my shit as a designer. Like, I don't look at my shit as no regular streetwear. Only because of how people wear my brand. Like, people wear my brand on their birthdays. They wear it, nigga, when they going out. Feel me? So it's like they treat it as if it's Gucci or the Babe or Louis Vuitton. So it's just like, for my inner circle to be like, man, I ain't spending $100 on that, bro. You can give it to me, bro, for this amount of price. That's phony because you don't do that to nobody else. That's why I be saying like it's crabs in a bucket because they gonna be sick once you get on, and all they had to do was pay that 100. You wanted to give me 60, and I told you, nah, keep that. Feel me? Because I need that. I need the whole 100. So you feel me? But as far as like making it though, bro, like I feel like I made it. Once I made it in San Francisco, that's when every other city started fucking with me. Like besides San Francisco, nigga, Oakland, nigga, was like one of my biggest. Like Oakland, nigga, was all politics aside. I don't even know what the fuck was going on around this motherfucker. But all politics aside, bro, it's like that shit was touching areas. And then once, even before Oakland though, in Richmond, I was doing numbers only because I was tapped in out there. So it's like everywhere else, they ain't treat me no different. In San Francisco, they kind of treat me a little different. But you feel me? At the end of the day, it's like what they gonna say is hot. It's hot. What y'all gonna say is hot. Everybody want it. You feel me? You pulling up on every block, you buying weed from your weed man. He got a BoominSF hoodie on. I mean, he fresh with a BoominSF hoodie on. He busting you down with a BoominSF hoodie on. Man, you in the airport, you see a BoominSF hoodie. It's like it's everywhere now. But I just feel like if I could push through all that shit, bro, we could push through all that shit, bro. We gonna make it, bro, out this Bay Area shit. But it's gonna take for us to make it outside the Bay Area, for Bay Area as a whole to support us.
Like they not gonna really get on board for real until we bubbling somewhere else.
They not gonna get on board, bro, until they see us. Just like FBCT. Niggas ain't fuck with him till he got on Breakfast Club.
I've been fucking with brothers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on the main level, as far as on the national scale, and for people to even embracing him as if he lives in the Bay Area. Before that Breakfast Club, niggas didn't know he lived in the Bay. Niggas think he just random niggas. Feel me? But now, since he did that, since he getting this national recognition, they own him.
Bro, I watched the Breakfast Club video, been like 3-4 times.
That's what I'm saying. They own him now though, but it's like it took for you to make it somewhere else. Feel me? Regardless if you from here or not, you adapted as one of us, so we look at you as one of us. It took for you to make it somewhere else. Niggas, you know, just like Too Short. All music aside, nigga, he ain't really bubbled till he went to the South. He was bubbling in the Bay, don't get me wrong, but the Bay really ain't fucking until he went to the South. He got that little John sound.
He got that
it was
little
over.
It
was over. It was over. Same thing go to E40.
For sure.
It was
over.
over.
Like, but we don't, bro. Like they don't want to see you bubble because they know you. They think
they
like
grow with you.
they grow with you.
Like,
They like, bro. Like how he on, I'm not on.
Yeah.
It's that, and then it's because they be like, that nigga wasn't like that in high school.
Bro, man, like he
Nigga
wasn't
like that back in the
They
day.
hate that.
Nigga really can't say it about me.
It's crap, man. That shit
Niggas
crazy.
can't really say it about me, but if they feel like you going down the wrong path, they not gonna fuck with you. Don't get me wrong, bro. I used to have that mindset, so I know. I used to see niggas like, man, bro, that nigga with the shit now, I ain't supporting that nigga shit. I mean, but it's because like I know you, bro, but at the same time, we gotta break that narrative, bro, because if we don't break that narrative, ain't nobody gonna make it. Cause now we not supporting the next motherfucker because we feel like they supposed to be the same way that they was when we was young niggas.
Yeah.
We all not gonna be the same. But that's the problem with the Bay, bro. Motherfuckers thinking that everybody supposed to stay the same, but people elevate, people grow. Feel me? People get in different situations and change their outlooks. You know what I mean? So
And the last thing we gotta get into expiring and the copy. Cause you know what? I done seen some copycats doing this clothing shit, and I'm not gonna lie to you, them niggas need to get up out of here if that's what they gotta do. Because I feel that way because, bro, you ain't really got the sauce, bro. Like, you don't got the, bro, you gonna hop on another nigga wave. You feel me? I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if you hop on somebody else's wave, the one who's creating gonna go longer.
but you know how they do that though? They hop on your way. They hop on niggas' waves by collabing with niggas. They hop on niggas' waves for collabing with niggas, and y'all on 2 different levels. Don't get me wrong, bro. I didn't see, like, cause before, y'all, be real, bro. I'ma be real, bro. Be real right now, bro. Until I came out, bro, y'all wasn't seeing glitter like that.
You the only person I've seen do
I
glitter.
still don't see glitter like that.
I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro.
You see that shit now?
I see it, bro. I promise you, bro. Like people send it to me all day long. They send it to me. You feel me? They send me but they can't get it right though. Don't get me wrong, like they can't get it right. They still tweaking. They're like, man, how the fuck this nigga? How the fuck
You got the sauce. You the one who came up with it. You probably done been through trying to tweak it and get it right. So when you bring it out, it already was right.
But it's like they try to steal it. But don't get me wrong, bro. It's like it's out here. You just gotta do your research on how to do it. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you because ain't nobody told me. My man's put me on. I love that nigga to death. You feel me? That nigga forever my favorite, bro. My nigga Rich talk. That nigga forever my favorite. But it's like for the next motherfucker, it's like it's cool to be inspired by it, but you gotta pay your homage. Like for example, my partner, his line Bag Chasers. Feel me? He made a hoodie and he did the logo right here and he did the logo on the hood. When he posted on Instagram, he said BoominSF inspired hoodies. Cause like all this real shit, niggas wasn't printing on the hood like that. Feel me? Like you wasn't seeing this on the hood like that, bro, till I dropped for real. Like as far as like big like that, not even on no cocky shit, bro. I ain't see it at all.
The only person I seen you do it was Pesos.
Pesos. That's it.
But he did his different because his was
Pesos was nigga.
I might have seen that shit before Pesos shit though.
Yeah, but it's like that's what people say.
Around the same time.
Yeah, but me personally, I didn't get inspired by Pesos. I just seen like, damn, you can print on the hood.
yeah.
Yeah, like okay, but it's like I ain't do stitching though. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do stitching.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something else.
No, I done seen.
But as far as like the whole hood though, you don't see that. And then now you seen that when I came out, it's like people doing that. They doing the glitter and they doing on the hood and shit. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's money out of everybody. It's just not booming.
That's real shit.
It's just not booming.
Bruh, listen. I know like a designer. No, I know two designers, right? One, he like really into fashion, and the other dude, like the other brand, like they not really into it like that, but they just trying to get their foot in the door, whatever.
I know exactly what you talking about.
Right? So
Tale of two worlds.
man, listen. So right now, I don't know, you may not know this one. You may not know this one, bro. So look, bro, he in the game, he telling me like I'm about to do this, blah blah. I'm about to jump out. I'm gonna come out with some glow in the dark joints. I'm like, all right. You do your glow in the dark joints. He like my other brand, them his partners. He telling him like I'm about to do this, blah blah blah. Bruh, so he came out his glow in the dark joints. Like a month or so later, here come the other brand with the glow in the dark joints. And mind you, the brand with the first brand I told you about, his shit was clean, like a lot. So he was doing his thing. The other brand that copied it, you could tell like they wasn't really putting in the effort.
That love.
They seeing like, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta be original with this shit. At the end of the day, your consumer, your crowd gonna be able to tell like you really not putting that work in. Like I said, I told earlier, like my cousin, like I got the idea from him doing this, but I had to flip it and do something different. I couldn't take his shit and do a black and a green. It just wasn't gonna go. It just wasn't gonna go. And on top of that, his was printed. I'm like, bro, I gotta do something different with my shit. I'll make it my own. You feel me? I gotta do the embroidery. You feel me? I gotta put my own shit. I came with a whole new logo just for these. Just because I'm like, I'm gonna pay homage to my cousin and say, bro, he gave me the idea, because cousin did these like 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. I already know I got the idea from him, but the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna drop some. The colors gonna be way different. The design definitely ain't the same. You feel me? I'm gonna make it my own. You feel me?
Yeah, when you do real shit like that, like I just said at the beginning of the shit, nigga, that shit clean. I wasn't even gonna sit here and say, man, I did that, you know. That's real shit. You feel me? When bro showed up, I mean, it's natural. You feel me? That's real shit. That's how you want it. It's like, man, you did your shit, nigga. That shit was wrong. I'm gonna need one. Like, you feel me?
But that's how it's gotta be.
There's no issues.
Like for me, like I see shit and I just be like, bruh, like that shit clean. Like, but I gotta, if I see it and I want to flip it, I gotta be like, okay, how I'm gonna flip this like in a way that's gonna be my language, like my type shit. Even when I flipped it, like the GPS Journey hoodies, it came from Who Cares, yeah.
It came from Who Cares, bro.
But the thing is, what most people probably don't even notice, I didn't use none of Who Cares letters.
Who cares?
Who Cares? You ain't seen it? I'm gonna show you.
Like
I seen my partner.
like the little NBA embroidery hoodie.
Yeah,
who shit is that?
Who Cares?
That's A-Mart.
Yeah, it's like an Asian.
I was gonna say, cause why people was like, even with you and FatMackin, it's like y'all damn near similar, but at the same time, you went global for your words. He just did his shit strictly back.
Exactly.
You feel me? So it's like, okay, y'all seen the route, but it's still two different things, but it's still fresh. You feel me?
Exactly.
It's like y'all just paying homage. It ain't like y'all copying each other. You feel me? It's just like, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. You feel me? You do it like this. We both gonna win. We're not gonna bump each other's heads off and shit. You feel me? Just real.
Even then, like when most people don't know, like I literally hit Amar in the DMs and I was like, bro, this is what I'm about to do. I showed him, and he was just like, all right, bro, do your stuff. Like, you feel me? Just for me, like, cause that's how I pay homage.
Get the recognition.
That's my respect to that person.
I ain't even really got like, I'm trying to think, not even on kite shit, but like if I've been like looked at somebody around me, like within my environment, like, you know, the area was like, I like that shit, or not like I like the shit, cause I like the shit, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this like that. Like I can't think if I did that before, because me, I got like, I'm always creating some shit. Like I'm one of them, like always just creating some new ideas type shit. So I don't know. I don't even look at my old shit, my own shit.
I will say this though, like as far as like I will say for like specifically like my next drop, like this hoodie I got coming out is called the Last Nip hoodie, and like if you ever seen Nipsey, he had this Gucci hoodie, and it's like holographic and it's like pink and you feel me. I forgot. It's like when Lauren, that's the last hoodie I ever seen him in. That's why I call it the Last Nip hoodie. But like mine it's a different gradient and it's a different thing. But more so, I was inspired by him, so I was like, Nip my favorite rapper, so it was just like I was gonna make a hoodie off of it. Like I just had to make it my way though. You feel me? Type stuff.
Yeah, like my go-to design, my go-to like the Comewetseason, my go-to is like you ain't never seen that with that cursive. Like I literally went and bought the cursive. That font is my font now. I bought that font. Yeah, and then
crazy commercial use.
Yeah, the font is mine.
Commercial
font,
use now.
And then you feel me? The patch, that's me. Like you ain't never seen it. Like 'cause usually people take the patch and cut it up. Right. They'll go individually around like each letter. But I wanted mine to be all one. You feel me? That's different. You feel me? You ain't seen that before. So if you see somebody do something similar like that, you know where that came from. You feel me?
Yeah. Like that's like with my shit though. Like my flag came from this banner. I ain't gonna say flag. This banner came from the marathon flag. Nipsey Hussle dropped after the first marathon CD. What was that? 2013 with the red cover.
It was before 13.
No.
Crenshaw was 13.
Yeah, Crenshaw was 13. So TMC 2012. So it was a red cover. It was a red cover. Then it was a black cover when he was on the moon. So when he was on the moon, he had the flag, the American flag, but it was black and white. But in the corner was TMC, and then he had the rest of the shit. So I seen him put it on a shirt. So when I seen that, I'm like, feel me? Okay, well, that's all purpose. So now you like, ugh, I need something that's all purpose instead of a flag. I get a banner, like you feel me? But that's how you get inspired by shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You go a different route, and then now it's like, damn, like. Feel me, booming, you could put the booming next to that. Feel me, like you could put the banner next to the TMC flag and be like, okay, this is where I got my inspiration from. It don't look nothing like it though.
Exactly.
Yeah, you make like your own.
Yeah, but it's like people wouldn't know that though. People wouldn't know that.
You get the idea from something, but you literally almost strip it to the bare bones.
But
and like,
because a lot of people tell me like, I think you got that from Hot Wheels. I ain't never even paid attention to Hot Wheels.
You know what though? That you look like the Hot Wheels.
That's though. Like I didn't even think about that. I did get what the fuck is wrong with that?
Hot Wheels was the shit.
Hot Wheels tight, but at the same time, I never thought about it like,
bro, I never thought about that.
I'm like,
I never thought about that.
I'm like, Hot Wheels,
I just thought booming was like shit booming. Like, that's what I thought. You feel me?
I'm like, damn, Hot Wheels, and then my private logo, y'all wouldn't believe where I got that shit from, bro. Nigga, I've been buying fit hats my whole life, bro. MLB hats my whole life, bro. One of my favorite hats was a Phillies hat.
Mm-hmm.
So the P always stood out to me because it's like the P just sit perfect. Like if you was to look at it on the hat, it just sit perfect.
Oh,
so I'm looking at the P, I'm like I want this, bro. Like, man, I want this, but how do I want it though? So then I hear my graphic designer, I'm like, yo, like, look at this P, right? I said, I want the all profits to be like this, all the letters floating and tilted a certain way, but at the same time, it gotta be original. He was like, all right. I see what you saying. It's like he's like, all right, I see what you're saying. And next thing you know, bro, he free-handed it, curved out a little bit. It's original logo.
Like I said, you got this. Like that's where that sauce coming in.
Yeah, you gotta have that eye for sure.
You gotta have that sauce in there. Like Gucci Mane saying, bro, that nigga said, bro, you ain't got no sauce, you lost, nigga. Or you don't want to be lost in the sauce,
and
nigga.
Even like with my new logo too though, like my new logo, I ain't told nobody. It's a penguin. I've been having this penguin logo since I had this one, but I always like penguins because it's like they cool, calm, and collect till you fuck with them. Then when you fuck with them, they turn up, they going crazy. You feel me? Like they own you. You feel me? So it's like I consider like, you feel me? And before it was Boomin, we used to call ourselves Boom City, so it's like Boom City Penguins. But I changed it to P-A-N-G instead of P-E-N-G. So now it's like penguins, like that's how a nigga said it. They ain't saying penguin. Nigga like, oh, that's a penguin. You feel me? That's a penguin.
Oh, wow.
So now it's like I'm in the process of it ain't gonna look like a bait, but it's gonna be all purpose like a bait. That ape all purpose.
That ape all purpose.
So that ape all purpose, you can throw that ape on anything, so you figure like, damn, you gotta throw this penguin on anything, like, and you know it's a penguin. It ain't no bathing ape, but you know it's a penguin though. Feel me? And it's like you just that's how you get inspired. That's how you get inspired by shit though. Like you don't go down the same route. Feel me? Cause a nigga could easily did a gorilla. Feel me? Oh, gorilla instead of ape. Gorilla.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's like niggas bathing ape is really bathing apes. Feel me? Like they look at themselves as apes. So if you feel like you can relate to the animal, push it. Just like you said, nigga, you fuck with Indian chiefs. You fuck with them. If you fuck with them, then you gotta push it.
I'm still ain't talking about animal.
I was looking for animal. I'm then gonna do.
You know,
I'm trying to think of how to make a panther, but I don't know. I might just leave that motherfucker out.
You don't necessarily need an animal. I really came up with my
This
shit.
is a mascot.
It was just a like I can see every brand that like I pay attention to got a figure.
Yeah,
So I needed my own.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at the house right now. I just bought a computer last night. Cause my computer waiting on my other one to get fixed. Niggas started drawing up a logo right now.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
Download that shit. We send the thing too.
What? The pack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get the pack.
I'm about to for sure.
Gotta get the pack.
I've been tweaking. Y'all gonna see what's up.
Oh, I got some. Oh my god. Hey, I ain't show you the
Hey,
picture.
listen, man.
Niggas is going crazy right now. I said, I can't wait till I come back.
Hey, listen.
Niggas going crazy.
Niggas going crazy.
Argue
Listen.
right.
Tune in. You feel me? Tune in. We got something coming on Mama's, man.
I can
Listen,
kid you
Clark
not.
Talk TV on Instagram. No, Clark Talk TV
What's
on
this, episode
YouTube.
three?
You got an
This episode 3?
Yeah.
Ah, shit, I didn't know
Episode
that.
3. You
Mama.
feel me?